Hello. Doing this just as Harry is wrapping up his stream. Not to tread on his toes, of course, because I don't really want to do that, even though I've been terrible at just doing random live streams when other people have been doing it. But I don't want to do this too late because I'm in work tomorrow. And yeah, just thought I'd do a quick review, maybe a little bit of a chat with people around. Evening, Terry. Hope you're doing well. It's been a wee while. Yeah, hope all's good for you, sir. And yeah, been a bit, as I said in my stream yesterday, bit of a weird time at the moment. I've got things to look forward to, but you know how it is. So, what the fuck am I trying to say? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to wait a little bit just to see if anybody pops on. Not to take anyone away from Harry's stream, because it's much more entertaining content on there than it is here. So I thought I'd do another barley wine review, because last night's barley wine, even though I've still not updated the thumbnail, well, I can't now because I've thrown the bottle away. So it's the incorrect thumbnail. It's got the incorrect beer name because I decided to change last minute. But yeah, a little bit of a kind of celebration, because I won myself 15 quid tonight. On one of those, like score boost things from Sky Bet. And yeah, it was for Real Madrid to win. They had to, even though they'd already won the first leg, they had to win within 90 minutes. That was the stipulation of each one. Watford to win, Real Madrid to win, and Man City to win. So it's a nice little 15 quid. It's not much, but yeah, I only put £2.50 on. So yeah, I told myself I wouldn't make too much of a habit of it, but and save it just for like Saturday and Sunday. But I just thought, fuck it. I had sort of like money left over in the Sky Bet account, so I thought I'll just use it, because I'm still, from my calculations, I'm still up. So I've not like lost any money. I mean, I've obviously had to deposit money in every now and then just because I withdraw it straight away once I've won. So yeah, nice little 15 quid in your back pocket for a Tuesday evening. And Craig from Canterbury Review says, cheers, bud. Hope you're okay. Yeah, not too bad. It's a bit of a, well, some of the stuff. I'm not going to obviously talk about it now, but yeah, weird start to the year. But I'm not doing too bad. Keeping myself occupied. That's the best thing you could do, really. I was going to upload a Monday musings yesterday, but I'd just be talking about the same bullshit. So not much progress on that front. But yeah, not doing too bad. But I hope you're having a good evening. I hope Harry's actually finished, and because yeah, like I said, much more interesting than this. But anyway, so I won't be on as long tonight, he says, but it's another one tonight that holds a bit of meaning to me, because it was one of the other beers that Harry actually sent over with Adam, and I appreciate you, buddy. I genuinely do. God, I sound like I'm proper downbeat. I'm not. I'm just a little bit tired, really. Not done much today. It's been my day off, and I've done absolutely fuck all. I think I hate it when I do nothing. That's one of my things that I absolutely hate. Even though I'm fundamentally lazy, I hate not doing anything, and I'd much rather be working, to be honest. But hey ho, money's money at the end of the day. So this is another beer that I bought initially in Manchester for the Manchester Piss Up from Beermoth, if I remember correctly. When Paul came from, I hope he didn't come in the hotel room. When Paul came from Pennsylvania, PA Brew News, and of course the wonderful Craig, Harry, Stuart, James, and Rob, Mr. Hopsine. And the actual comments aren't showing up on my actual YouTube playback that I'm watching. So you'll have to see me awkwardly get close to the camera to read the comments. But yeah, this was one of the beers that I bought 3 years ago now. Or was it even longer? No, it was 2008. It was March 2018. And yeah, so it's brought back a few memories. And last night's beer from Torside, that was just absolutely gorgeous. Really, really was. Beautiful, beautiful beer. I'm just going to quickly refresh that just in case I'm missing any comments. Craig H. Yeah, indeed, I have missed a comment from Craig H. Evening, Peter. Evening, Craig. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Put you up on the screen there. Not that that means anything. But yeah, so this is Frick and Frack. And I haven't had a bit of Frick and Frack for a while, to be honest. And this is a smoky barley wine brewed by Brouwerij Kees and Brouwerij de Molen. So it's a smoked barley wine. I had to think for a second then. I watched your Time Side review earlier. When did you review it? Do you know what? I actually only reviewed it in the past couple of weeks. I'd just not got around to it. I was just, for a little while, I was just not really in the mood at all for sour beers. I don't know. I've not gone off sour beers by any stretch. But they're just, I mean, I've still got that Wicked Weed stuff that hadn't picked up for me. But yeah, I've just not really been I've not even been buying sours. So I've had that since before Christmas, to be honest. It was still tasting really, really nice. Very fruit forward from what I remember. But yeah, lovely stuff. I need to make another Time and Tide purchase. Or, inspired kind of by Hugh with his traditional stuff, his love for the traditional beers, I might do myself a want some order. But I think I've missed out on the, was it Batch 1000 that they did? Which sounded interesting. But yeah, I think I might do that. Because I want to get more sort of trad stuff on the channel. Because I don't know about you, but I've got a little bit bored of IPAs recently. I've had some really good ones from Daya, from my last order, and I'm just like, you just say the same things when you review contemporary IPAs. When I say that, I mean East Coast style IPAs. But yeah, it's just, I might just calm down on the IPAs and focus on some other styles. Maybe pick up some more lagers, to be honest. Craig says, I can actually see his comments now on the other phone. I have a few sours building up for any spring weather we get. Yeah, I think I've still got a couple. I've got a Goza from Tuol. I've got that sort of kombucha stout cider concoction that they had, and which has got coffee in it, which I'm not scared of, but I don't know, I just don't feel like jumping straight into that one. But yeah, I'm sure in a couple of months' time, I'll be all over the sours. But yes, that's why it's been really good to actually drink something like this, because it's been a long time since I've had a barley wine. So I think I'll get on with this. But yeah, nice simple artwork. Two very well established and good breweries, and I've got a feeling there may be a bit of gushing when I open this. Can't find my bottle opener, so having to use. Oh, that was a good one. Using a highlighter pen, and I'm going to be using my little itty bitty cloud water glass for this one. And I got a good whiff of alcohol then. I hope I don't live to regret reviewing this now. I had a double dry hop pale from Brew by Numbers earlier, and that was only a lower ABV, so I'm sure it won't affect me too much. So this one doesn't look as dark as the one that I had yesterday from Torside. It's got that typical barley wine look to it, sort of like caramel, nutty, dark amber. Lovely colour to it, and just a lining of a beige looking head there. Looking very nice. Looks like the colour of a cola bottle sweet. So, God, I can smell the alcohol. God, I'm so not used to actually smelling alcohol in high ABV beers. So let's give it a whiff. Oof. It's got a strong alcohol aroma, but it's not too potent. It's actually a really nice sweet alcohol flavour. There is a slight sweet smokiness in there as well. A little bit of caramel. It's even got like a bit of chocolate going on, sort of like when you open a not Quality Street, like a thing of roses, like a tin of roses. That's what it's smelling like. But there's that little bit of alcohol coming through, almost in the same way as a fortified wine, like a nice sweet port. Smells good. Smells interesting. Anyway, without any further ado, let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. And that alcohol aroma does not come through on the flavour at all. There's like the most minute warming effect as it's going down. That is ridiculously smooth. And it's not necessarily smoky, but it's got that sort of like sweet, like Schlenkerla smoky sweetness to it. You get a little bit more of like a smoky flavour, like a general smoky flavour, more on the back end. Just silky smooth. It's got a lovely viscosity to it. A little bit sticky on the lips and the inside of your mouth. Quintessential, I'd say more American style barley wine flavour. The smoke is there, but it just sort of like, it plays along with the flavours as opposed to being like a big character in of itself. It's got like a sort of like steeped fruited pudding flavour to it as well. This would have been absolutely perfect around Christmas time. Nice little sort of sharing this bottle between a few people after you've had your, your hearty Christmas dinner. This is good. It's just so gentle. and smooth, and it's like a it's like a it's like a little hug. I'll tell you what, you could just drink this way too fast if you really wanted to. I would not recommend it. I don't think I mentioned this while I was reviewing the other barley wine from yesterday. But before I went into these beers, I was expecting really big, sort of almost overwhelming flavors, especially since I don't tend to drink too many barley wines. But now, thanks to Adam's little care package, I've got one from Polly's left over, which should be an experience. May potentially be doing a live review with Adam on that one, or at least one or two of the beers that he so graciously sent to me. But yeah, this would have gone down really well on our Manchester Piss Up bottle share. It's just packed full of flavour. It's a beautifully brewed barley wine. Just like that Torside one, though, I didn't have a bottle of this that was younger. So I can't say what sort of potentially dropped off or what flavours have come to the forefront. But it's such a lovely, mellowed, but flavoursome beer. It's just got a real sort of indulgent character to it. And I'm feeling the warmth now that I've had quite a bit more of it. But yeah, this beer's drinking way too easily. I almost feel like having another beer after this, but I'm not going to because I'm drinking way too much. Oh man, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. I can't stop pouring it in and just sipping it. It's definitely a beer you should be sipping. But fucking hell. Something like this should not be as smooth and as easy drinking as it should be. You get everything you expect from it, although, as I said, I was expecting maybe a little bit more harshness almost. But it's just really, really nice. I'm not too sure. See, even though I love smoked beers, and I love the idea of smoked cheeses, smoked meats. I wouldn't be able to tell you without fully researching it what sort of smoky character it would be in relation to different sort of woods and techniques and that sort of thing. Because I've no idea how they've actually smoked the malts for this. I'm gonna hazard a guess, and it's a bit more peated because you get that sort of vanilla-like sweetness that you get with whiskies and bourbons. So I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's a peated smoke character, and that sort of falls in because I think the Schlenkerla Rauchbiermärzen, which this is kind of reminded me of, with that sort of sweet glazed smoked ham character. I think the Rauchbiermärzen is done on peated, smoked with peated. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's an absolute wonder of a beer. And I think I say this every time I actually have a barley wine, because I've really, really enjoyed the barley wines from recent memory. But yeah, this is a really, really nice one. It's just so indulgent and drinkable. So I'm just going to quickly see if we've had any more comments. It is a bit of a late one, so I'm not expecting. I wasn't really expecting anybody to be watching, to be honest, especially if Harry may still be live right now. Just going to have a check. But I think he was wrapping it up. and Simon's been on, obviously, and then we've got the legend that is Raggy doing his reviews. But yeah, I just felt like having a bit of a beer tonight. And I hope everyone's had a good evening, and I hope your week's gone off to a good start. There we go. Let's get the video back up. But yeah, this is really, really nice, and I'm looking forward to those other two barley wines. So I'm probably going to drink those quite soon, to be honest, just to break up from the hoppy pales and IPAs. Even though I say that, when I do an order next, what's probably going to be the style I buy more of? IPAs, pale ales, double IPAs. I've said 2021 is going to be my year of triple IPAs. I do still have another can of the Frack triple IPA, which would be interested to do a little bit of a sort of a revisit on that one, just to see if it could have potentially mellowed out a little bit. And I think I've still got a Daya beer as well. Those Daya beers that I bought just went so quick. In fact, I've got two. I've got magazine cover and that pillow one. It was one of their more recent releases. So yeah, it's probably I'm probably going to end this here because it's getting a bit late. I'm sure people have got much better things to do than to listen to me talk about nonsense. But yeah. I do need to get more beers from Kees and Molen especially. Very lacking in the sort of Molen beers, to be honest. And I think it's because with Molen, the beers that I've had have been nice, but I think I've been like sort of like wanting more, especially with the reputation, which they do rightfully deserve. But I think I've yet to, up until tonight, find a Molen beer that I've like been absolutely floored by. I had it. It was an interesting one. I think I bought it at the same time that we did the Manchester Piss Up, when I bought that gin and tonic one they did with Beavertown. Was it? I can't remember. That was all right. Because I do like, when it comes to spirits and mixers, gin and tonic is the one that I go for. I do like a good gin and tonic. What's a good gin that I've had recently? I think the last really good gin that I had, and I'm sure you can find much more flavoursome and better ones in this specific style, but that would have been Beefeater's Blood Orange gin. And that was because I love blood oranges, and I think the only supermarket you can get them on a semi-regular basis is Sainsbury's, and I don't have a Sainsbury's, but I love blood oranges. The juice from a freshly squeezed blood orange is just so lovely. But yeah, blood orange gin. I need to get another bottle of gin. Actually, I've still got that Jack Daniel's Distiller's Reserve or Distiller's Choice number 6, was it? Or number 7? I can't remember. Which I'm not really going to drink, just because when I get onto the whiskies, then it all goes to pot. Let's be honest. And I don't mean that in the sort of like it leads to cannabis. But yeah, it's I kind of want to get more into spirits and to do reviews. I know I've put Craig H's comment on the screen and I've not even read it out yet, but yeah, I want to get more spirits. Because I had a plan where once a month I'd buy another spirit to put into me sort of like alcohol collection. Um, but I've just not done it because I've not really been able to go out to any supermarkets. And to be honest, I lost my passport when I got a bit pissed in Manchester during one of the lockdowns from well, not one of when restrictions were eased for a little bit. And I've just got no form of ID, and because I look dead young. I know I'm the youngest 32-year-old you'll ever meet, but that's a joke, by the way. I do look young though, but you know I'm morbidly obese, so it's a bit of a payoff, isn't it? Craig H says tempted to do a day order. Been a while since I've had any. I've really enjoyed the beers that I got from that day order. The only one that was sort of like a little bit let down with, not because it was bad, but because every time I've had it beforehand, it tasted much better, was the most recent batch of Steady Rolling Man. And it was a bit of a shame, really. It's still a good pale ale. I mean, I did a review of it, but I deleted the video before I uploaded it because I've already reviewed it. But I was going to do sort of like a re-review of it. But yeah, it was still a damn good pale ale, and you know, it's a pale ale that a lot of breweries, I think, would love to be able to brew that on a consistent, like a regular basis, but it just didn't taste as good as I remember the last few cans that I've had of it. But I was glad to get it. But yeah, I just felt a little bit like I wanted a bit more. But then again, I think this whole thing of being a tiny bit bored of IPAs and pale ales sort of played a part in that. Because I did my review of Saturated in Simcoe, which I had my can the night before, but that was after a few beers because it was Soccer Saturday, and I was pretty much just on the day for most of the day, and it seemed to taste a lot better then. But then I did a review, and I was like, I still really enjoyed it, but it was just a bit. I don't know. I don't know what was up with that. I really don't know. But yeah, my day order was on the whole good. Got an order from Good Things Brewing coming tomorrow. See, that's that's a place that I've said I'll be buying stuff from, but I don't know. I do need to make a beer order because I am running a little bit low on beers. I've still got a few of the. My mind's just going blank today, and I don't know why. I've still got a few bottles from the Colonel that I need to do. What else have I got there? I've got the brew by numbers stuff that Adam sent over. Still got that Polly's barley wine, and a few bits and bobs and some bigger bottles and those. For God's sake, Peter, those wicked weed beers that I still need to finish, as well as some of the bigger bottles. I completely forgot that I had it, but I got one of those 750ml bottles of triple Carmeliet or Carmelier. I don't know how it's properly pronounced, which I still need to do. Again, that was intended to be a Christmas beer. But I think going forward, I'm not going to stock up on like special beers or save specific beers for Christmas because I don't end up drinking them and they just sit there and I'm like, I don't really want to commit to a 750ml bottle of something, especially if I'm going to be drinking that night. And but then again, bottle shares, we should be able to do bottle shares soon-ish to some extent. No, I don't think we'll be doing bottle shares for a good little while, but we'll have to see how it goes with when they sort of ease the restrictions of the rule of six, and then when we're able to go to pubs and bars and festivals and stuff. So I suppose I could take a few bottles then when we do a bit of a few meetups. But we'll see. we'll see how it goes. And then, are you and Adam doing your Polly's chat? I think so. If he can get another can of beer, because I thought he'd have picked himself up a can while he got that one for me. I think there will be a live review with me and Adam, because I think he said he's got a couple of the beers that he sent over, or dropped off, I should say. So there may be, within the next week or so, a live review of Adam. I still need to pick up Celebrator, so I can start the series with Rampant Line James, because we want to do German beers, and we're going to kick it off with Celebrator. Although I was really interested by that vintage bottle of the Rauchbiermärzen, which made its way over. So I think House Trembler Madness, they seem to have a good selection of German beers, but I don't want to make another House Trembler Madness order when there's other places that I've not tried yet and breweries that I want to buy directly from. So as I said to Craig at the start of the stream, I'm really tempted to do a want some order, just because I've heard him and Lucy talk about it, for, always recommending the beers. But I don't know. We'll see. Because I want to take a step back and do a little bit of a trad sort of thing. But then again, I won't do that. I'll say I'll buy something specific, and then I won't, and then I'll do an order that I didn't really want to make, because I want to potentially do bottles and books, because Harry's gone on about them, and they had some really good stuff last time I checked. But then there's sort of like local options where the range isn't as vast, but then again, it gives me a reason, or an opportunity to try some maybe more local breweries, or breweries within the sort of northwest area. And then again, I want to make a Northern Monk order, because I've not had anything from Northern Monk for absolutely ages. There's just so many beers that I'll end up being able to make an order from somewhere, but it probably won't be the order that I initially wanted to do, because I've been buying loads of Cloudwater. I buy loads from Frack. But as soon as they have mini kegs of Sonoma or Sonoma, I never know how to say that beer's name. I'll be getting a mini keg of that, especially for the summer when we're outside, being able to drink at the bar. Get a couple of mini kegs here and there. It's just a really good, cost-effective way to have really good quality beer. That mini keg from Frack that I got for Christmas, the bitter that they did with marble, was it was like having a beer at a tap room or a nice pub or a bar. It was just went down like just a beautiful beer. And there's another brewery, Marble, because I want to get metric. I want to get these really well-renowned and respected beers from well-renowned and respected breweries. But we'll always have to see, won't we? Because I've not been the best sort of like ambassador of supporting local this past year or so. And I do become a little bit of a hypocrite when it comes to buying beer, but we won't get into the sort of like deep, because I'm probably boring people to absolute tears right now. But yeah, this is a really, really nice beer. If you see any bottles around, I'm not sure if this is something that they might have brewed again. When did they actually brew this? Or bottle it at least? Hops in this were Cascade and Bramley Cross. Although I'd imagine, especially the Cascade hop, might have dropped off, because I think it's about 3 years old. The malts are Pale Smoke and Pale Crystal, but it doesn't give you any more information about the smoky character itself. Where's the bottle top gone? Let's see. This is a really boring live stream. Do apologise. Bottled on. I can't even fucking read that. I'm not sure if anybody can even see that. Can anybody read that? I don't know. That's really hard to see. I could see the best before, but it's not really given a date on the bottled on. Not that I can read anyway. So yeah, I'm going to call this a night. A bit of a quiet one tonight, bit off the cuff. But I just wanted to get this reviewed, and it's gone down an absolute treat. I probably drank it a bit too quick. Now I'm in the mood to have another beer, but I don't want to keep people up. And well, I've only got one view at the moment. Beautiful stuff, that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Anyway, so thank you for those who watch this live. Thank you to anyone who watches the playback. And yeah, go check out both Kees and Molen, two fantastic breweries in their own right. And they've come together and brewed an absolute stonker with this. Just a beautiful, genuinely beautiful beer. And hopefully I don't regret doing a live review of an 11% barley wine at 10 o'clock. Anyway, so thank you all for watching. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's week is going well so far. And cheers, and I shall see you all later. I may do some more live reviews during the week just because I'm bored out of my tits when I come home from work. And I might have a bit more energy in the other videos. And you might be seeing a Monday Musings video after this, if I decide to actually upload it. So yeah, cheers for watching. And if you're interested about another smoked barley wine, go check out my Torside review from yesterday. Anyway, you all take care, stay safe, have a wonderful week, and I'll see all you beautiful people later. Cheers.